Okay, this is what we got going on today. Headed to the board meeting, and this is going to be the largest batch of applications that the state sees. So I'm going to go and speak, and then also stand outside and try to drum up some business. Because most of these companies are hidden by a corporate veil, there's no way of tracking them down, really. You can get to a certain point and then stop, and that's it, because a lot of people want anonymity. But the people from the company or a representative from the company is going to be there today. So there's not a better opportunity to go and find these people and say, hey, Handgrown Workforce is where you find your employees. So we're off to Lansing.
Yep.
Okay, let's go get them. All right, we made it. So we're all set up. Got the A-frame out by the door. And I'm going into the meeting right now. Let's go. What big office for you? Is this the comment card?
Public comment, yes.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know if you're aware, but your phone's recording video right now.
That's okay.
Okay. And then when we get done filling out the card, you can't hand it to myself, Sean, we'll make sure it gets up to the board for you.
Applications for grower A's, we have 10, grower B 3, grower C 79. We have 28 processor applications, 81 provisioning centers, 6 secure transporters, and 5 safety compliance facilities. And at this point, by our best count, we have 96 municipalities that have adopted an ordinance to opt in under the MMFLA. We also posted in the past month inspection guides for each facility type as a reference point for applicants, so they can see the criteria that our field inspectors will be looking at when they go visit those facilities, and citing all the rules that support the criteria that we're looking at. So when they're preparing their facilities, we can hope to expedite the process by notifying them in advance of the things we'll be looking for. The new emergency rules were signed by the governor and filed yesterday at 5:30. Did extend the deadline for temporarily operating facilities with local authorization from June 15th to September 15th. We want to make sure that everyone knows that those facilities temporarily operating should immediately file the step 2 of the application if they've not already done so. As the board has seen, everything we've presented thus far has been the step 1 application, and the quicker the applicants get that step 2, and the more likely it is that their full application can be considered, and that we can get fully operational facilities licensed. Even though the step 2 application is smaller, the investigation and inspection process is still time consuming and needs to be coordinated across multiple agencies, both within LARA and MSP and Bureau of Fire Services and local building inspectors as well. And a delay in filing that will impact our ability to present those to the board. So we're encouraging applicants, if they are temporarily operating, to submit that step 2 application.
Mr. Hoffman.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Matt Hoffman, and I want to talk to you about employees. I know that we're approaching the part 2 of the application, so now it's time to start talking about that. The reason I want to talk to you about that, because it's the most important part of this whole process, is getting the people that have the skills and capabilities to work within the industry and make sure that it's successful. So my first question is how does a potential employee with a record enter the review process, and will letters of support and intent from a potential employer aid their case? Next thing is, how often will the determination meetings be held, and how long is the review process for that employee? When we look at people that have the skills and the experience to work in the industry, it would be unfortunate to have them held up in a holding pattern for months on end, making a determination whether they're eligible to work in the industry or not. Okay, once an employee is approved to work in the industry, is that approval specific to that facility, or is it in the industry as a whole, sort of like a passport? Thank you for your time. That was the meeting, and I'm gonna need to look at my notes, but I think 11 out of 19 were approved. Oh, I'm exhausted because I was too lazy to put the wheels on this thing, so I gotta drag it. We met one of the reps from Twister Trimming Machines, so we're gonna set up a meeting and put together a training program with him. But this guy came up and introduced himself, and he's got a 1,500 plant license and a dispensary over in Detroit, and I think we just got our first client. Mr. Heavysign, you're worth it, but I'm gonna go home and put wheels on it. The gentleman that came up to us last, yeah, he has a 1,500 plant grow in Detroit, and they just got a pre-approval today for a dispensary in their 1,500 plant grow. Like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, that's why we get out of bed. That's why we drive to Lansing. That's why we show up. That's exactly why. Like, today, fucking smashing success. So, but the thing is like, you don't know until you go.
if we didn't show up, 100%, we never would have got that client. Talk to the people as they walk in. Take risks. It'll work eventually, or you'll just be rich in experience. Let's fucking go.